Hello everyone, welcome to another video. It's been a while, I've just not been playing as much, and this is probably the last game that I played, to be honest. It's about a month ago. It's a 2v2, me and RVA, Luckyashman and John's friend 1415, who doesn't really play GBG, but he plays Age of Empires 2, so that's good enough. He's got the mechanics down. He's quite competent at that, so should be able to do things, just doesn't know what's going on. So it's Precipice, which means we've got this nice, elegant lake all the way through, carved right through the middle there. Sort of abnormalities have occurred. It's Precipice, right? Yeah. Some sort of strange hybrid rivers. Two crossings. It's not a lot of effort to wall. It's one each. A lot of food. Usually is. A bit of hunt. There's tend to be pockets of hunt kicking about elsewhere, but not so much on this one. Although got like 4 dewbacks, 3 flumps, then you've got some nerfs on top of that as well, so pretty orientated towards going tech level 3 quite quickly, walling off, playing defensive, not investing in military units, and just getting your tech up. Then going for your tech harass, so your air, your strike mechs, if you can land them across. Mainly air favoured, so I've got an air civ, RVA's got an air civ, so we are quite sorted with that, whereas the other two have got very good ground sort of pushing civs in the Gungans and the Galactic Empire. I'm going to speed up a little bit because God knows we've watched the openers of games thousands of times, and we should know what we're doing, right? We lure the flumps over, we get about 5 or 6 on that, and then we get cracking on the carbon, and then we go back to food and get ourselves up to 500 food. Workers going over there, get ourselves a carbon processor, lure over another dewback. Lucky's dewbacks are actually really nicely close to him. There's not a long travel. RVA is not too bad either. Easy to find them all. They've also stayed in the same area because of the trees. Our boy 1415 certainly got a lot on food. Maybe that's the AoE 2 way, I don't know. But all I know is they play on normal speed and we play on fast. The virgin normal speed, the Chad fast. Just suits this game better. Laser beams and such. Not much going on. Started the wall from RVA, getting ahead of it there. Nice 3 prefab shelter wall it looks like. Certainly got a long way to walk to the crossing. As does 1415. Getting onto the Nova now. Because of course we will be T3ing. Are they getting on the shorefish? There's quite some nice lines of shorefish. If you don't know, shorefish are pretty quick to gather. The second fastest food source outside of luring huntable animals. And it's not much investment, right? You just got to get your food processor. He's invested 200 carbon in that. May slow him down a bit, because there is a lot of hunt, right? Can't tell if he's maybe missed a couple of flumps or something like that. One lone one up here. Zoned out by that ore and trees. Couple of farms as well. The pure hunts now. I'm not eating this flump yet though. Managed to get a wall off here ourselves, so Luckyashman hasn't walled and 1415 haven't walled, so you know the option is there for us if we wanted to go strike mech. Delete a partition of the wall and send the strikes out. So it should be about 800 food now, ready to go up to T3. Second building near completion. Gone for a Jedi Temple, pick up the holocrons, get that extra Nova that you can get with the Old Republic. Not the Republic, the Royal Naboo. Really nice, especially going into long games, just to have that extra income. And not have to rely on going trading too early or investing so many workers onto Nova. Gives you a bit more security to be wasteful with your Nova units as well. They're basically free. We're adding on a few more farms just to make sure that we've got a food income going into things. 6 nerfs. A nice little trickle of food, but it's not something you can entirely depend on. Building these farms one at a time before we go to T3. I end up selling a bit of food just to get some carbon to throw down a building or so. But before opening the Jedi Temple, probably not going to go too heavy on the air. Instead we're going to slowly build up Jedis and maybe just 1 air base just to be sort of defensive or so. Maybe up to 2 air bases, but very unlikely to go 3. RVA here can afford 1 air base and a power core. Remember, he's put a lot of carbon over here, these extra workers. And at the same time, he's got the same amount of farms as such as well. Additionally, a second carbon processor, so man's been swimming in carbon, it would seem. Just building up a sort of defensive airbase and a couple of fighters to keep things rolling. We're onto ore as well, so that we can get some turrets up. And that way we don't take any of economic harassment from air, because air is the only thing we're probably going to be facing at this juncture. Another command center down to make sure that our Nova is uncontested, and you know that those workers, if they do get hit with air at present, not having any air cover, they have somewhere to hide. Because our base is almost in sort of 3 sections. We've got the Nova, we've got the farms and the command center, and then we've got the carbon. The carbon being the most defensive point with the turret, the rally point, just hiding these Jedi inside the temple. The most effective Jedi are going to be is when people don't know they're coming. So you want to hide them, build them up to a level, send them out on the map, and then upgrade them while they're in transition. That way you can get your shock damage in, cause disruption, maybe kill a power core, kill some workers, convert workers, force units to counter them. All the while you sort of get ahead behind the attack. Because typically when you're attacking with the Jedi, they can't be attacking you, they've got to defend, particularly if they don't know it's coming. I think my objective with this is because, you know, I don't really know this player, but you know, I know Luckyashman and he understands the game and you know what to do as such. I don't want us just entering in a situation where, you know, RVA maybe goes T4 air and well, he's probably going to outright die to it, you know, and I'm going to struggle and then maybe just lose a 2v1 or so. The idea is to slow the game down and throw it into a sort of off-field sort of tempo. Unfortunately, the boy doesn't let me know that he's in serious trouble because I've got quite a bit of air that I can send and help with. So I've managed to get the Jedi across now. They're marching away straight to RVA's base, so I can cause some damage, slow him down, make sure I'm not getting T4 aired as such. And while we're doing that, I throw down another command center on the ore. Where I can. We convert workers because that's like an instant kill, right? And you can use them to be annoying, tank, command center fire, or what they're great at is knocking down turrets, particularly anti-air turrets. You can sort of like send 5 Jedi and convert 5 workers, start bashing down a turret, and you might kill it, to be honest. You do quite good damage to turrets. And then you can come in with your own air, right? You see, it's all this garrison time, and a lot of workers are dying as well. And because he's invested in air, the map's Precipice, you don't really have like war center upgrades for plus attack. You don't really have strike mechs. You don't really have troopers. Difficult to deal with unless you slam down a fort. You could argue that you maybe should have a fort being rebels, but you know, in this type of map, you wouldn't think it would be 100% necessary to rush because you're not going to be expecting strike mechs coming across. And you know, that's the real objective you put down a rebel fort for. To me, it looks like he's trying to get a decent eco going, good level of air, harass with that, then go T4. which is why this has been so effective against it. 14-15's pushed out with his air, he's just traded with RVA's. Not too bad because it just means there's less firing on us from above, being disruptive. While this is happening, just building up farms and command centres and getting a bit of a light boom going. Looks like we've built some more knights to go and drop across as well. Don't know if I would send them to RVA, because they'd expect them to sort of have it handled at this point. Maybe go and send them to Luckyashman and do some harassing damage to him. The teammate's recovering a little bit. He's still fairly behind though in levels of command centre workers. Quite a lot of Nova. Better to maybe just have turrets rather than building the air in the first place. These Jedi have dropped across. A little bit AFK at the moment, being watched diligently by these two Gungan fighters. God, those wings are wild. Another one getting ferried across as well. Send them over. Be annoying, slow them down. Like he was planning to drop strike next. Managed to wall his base in though. A very, very nice spawn he's had. Very good defensive carbon line. The Jedi are a bit confused by the pathing here. So I think they're going round. There are gaps to the left and to the right. I'll fix the scores. Right. Got defensive fort up as well. Sort of helps with not dying to things. The building, there's some really nice Naboo techs you can get as well that reduce the cost of military units, which is pretty great. Because like with the holocrons and that, you're going to get some really good value out of your units that you make. Should almost be your objective with Naboo, really. Try and just win on cost efficiency. So if there wasn't this crossing in this wall, this would be quite difficult for me to deal with. But the zoned out, he's going to need a transport to get across. And we're just stalling and buying a lot of time just to get ourselves set up in a position where we might be able to outplay here. Teammate, he's getting there. Got another command center now. I'd say Luckyashman's a wee bit ahead of him. Not too much though. These guys are getting a forward up here. Gungans could be really annoying from the river. Cruisers. Stop me getting set up with like a static defense, because what you would really want is a fort and a shield here at the crossing, block it off, keep your units there, turrets and such, maybe an air cruiser you can shoot onto the crossing and force your opponent. If they want to get across, they're going to have to take a really cost inefficient trade. T4, we've buffed up our air, so is RVA. Not really attacking each other at the moment. It's like a mutually assured destruction kind of thing. You fear you go out into the map and then they come into your base, and then whoever strikes first is going to probably get the most damage, right? They definitely seem to be ahead in their numbers though. I think we're feeling confident enough with the forts and the turrets that we've built up, and the way we've laid out our base as well, that we can maybe go out onto the map and do some damage. And it's the right idea because we're definitely ahead in numbers here. RVA as such is not as built up for defensive infrastructure. It's all on his own units to defend this. Fortunately for him, a lot of his Nova income's up here, not just this one. It's going to be the last place of his base that we actually hit him, which is going to allow him to get a lot more fighters out, stockpile them, and hopefully take a good trade. But he is a little bit behind in the tech here. I think that's him caught up now. As long as he's got an even number, he could take a trade. But he's lost a lot of mining time here. Whereas we're going to have to turn our focus to the developing invasion force from Luckyashman. It's starting to hit the crossing now. We've got the fort up here. We didn't want to build it initially here because we kind of felt it would get overrun. And we had recently learned about the benefits of hills, so it looked nice to put it on the hill. I can guarantee that was my thing. Look at it, elegant on top of the hill, with this flump that we've missed. In all our ore, could use a shield up there as well. Sort of just keeping the air out on the map and almost scouting with it, asserting dominance and keeping an eye on what's going on. Distracting and buying time for ourselves. As you can see, we've built these mech factories up here and we're starting to rally mech destroyers to sit under a shield. We're almost instead of sitting on a choke point and threatening to fire with ACs, which you couldn't really afford so much at the moment, we're inviting them to come into a sort of killing ground. So we're sitting here on top of a hill with shields that we're going to have a bigger arc, a sort of corkscrew effect against anyone that comes into this position, and hopefully take some very nice trades. But they are kind of lacking some anti-air turrets here as well, which you really want to have, just so you can move your air out, because if it does come to a point where you've got air cruisers, you want to have anti-air turrets as well, so that if someone's going to come forth, surge forward and snipe them, that they take a bad trade for it. The boy's getting absolutely hammered here, which is unfortunate. Only got these normal GE TIE fighters which are getting slaughtered. We're trying to come over and help him. Pulling into RVA there, but he's pulling away. We absolutely want to take the fight. We'll keep those numbers of fighters down. The lower the number his fighter count is, the less support he can offer this ground army. Because if he offers him great support, you could snowball a fight really, really quickly. Particularly if speeders get involved, because they're going to absolutely just mince any counter that I have for these mechs from the Gungans. We'll try to take trades. He's running off. We are at least keeping our teammate alive. Got to keep him alive. He's a sort of our hope for the game. If he can get out there and he can be sort of effective, put some pressure on, that could just win the game. Because as such, we're still alive here. We're keeping the crossing. We're stalling it out. Only 2 hollows. There's one over here that we've missed. Sad. There've been so much more Nova. Nice Nova piles out on the map as well, though. Doing okay. They've got a really nice sort of defensive force here. Decent upgrades on these mechs. I think better than Luckyashman's got just now. RVA as well, just still air at the moment. I can imagine he's just hoping that Lucky can get across and then he can bend the units. Again, raiding my teammate, which not quick on defending him, unfortunately. At least he's getting a lot of practice building workers. It's half the battle in GBG, just building the workers. Our boys made it to T4, that's a godsend. Hopefully we can get some turrets. Lay off the pressure. Me defending him. And it just seems a bit of a reluctance or apathy from Luckyashman. He's not wanting to push across. And we've managed to stall so much time that we've now got these Jedi Masters, which are going to help. And we want to have them just to convert assault mechs or cruisers if they're built. That will really help guarantee the safety of our forward here. I'm using the air just to sort of scout a little bit. keep an eye on things, so we can come forward and just chip away at this count of assault mechs. We've lost one Jedi, but we've managed to convert about 4 or so. There's quite a lot of resources lost for Lucky there. Some cannons here from RVA. Can maybe look to shoot from across the river. Can always convert those as well. Probably can't snipe them in the air because his air's there. You see that now that that assault mech counts down, I feel a bit more boisterous to push forward with the assault, the heavy mechs here, or the mech destroyers rather. Just have some presence and maybe snipe a unit or two. It just makes sure that there's no thinking about coming across this river. My boy needs time. He's building anti-air troopers. They're not the best. Great deal of idle workers kicking about here. His economy is getting there though. He's got big dreams of a great economy. Many workers. I can respect that. Fast fighters not so much. Doesn't know what he's doing, but we've built up some Crusaders. So we're looking to maybe take a push here, trade, get the unit counts lower, less scary. We felt that we can sort of test the waters as well. Yeah, we do. Don't think it's the greatest trade there, but definitely kept things a bit lower. I've got more faith in my ability to reproduce my units than I do in Luckyashman here for his ground army. I never want his ground army to equal mine, really. Because if it does, then him and RVA will just win that 2v1. He's put down a lot of troop centres, maybe to make grenadiers and troopers for the Jedi. Probably be better with just bounty hunters, if I'm honest. Bounty hunters and mechs. Should have really got a shield here. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for listening to me, myself. I love the Naboo army. It's for the mechs, and you get the conversions, and then you get the Crusaders to run and be a meat shield. This is what I was scared about, right? Because if this turned out a proper 2v1, fucked with these units because they're so strong. They kill everything so quickly. We've got that extra shield and sort of asserted dominance in this area, so I feel we own this part of our crossing. Boy's shown up with some fighters, not the best. I believe John was meant to be coaching him on what units to build, but at this point not so much. Advanced GE fighters. Not renowned for their skill. This is unfortunate. Probably why we built this forward back here in the first place. Difficult for us to deal with all this. Particularly losing some of the Jedis of late. We have a huge count of them to instantly convert all of this. Really don't want to lose the turret. It's annoying that the one that converted there's got 5 HP. Didn't even get a shot out of that one. Tricky to come across this crossing though. Again, we see some of the units out the shield. We rally some Crusaders at it and we try to just trade and keep the unit count lower. RVA is getting his trade on the go. I think we're away to start trading now as well. We haven't needed it necessarily till this point, just because of the holocrons. The upgrades to make things cheaper. Building a couple of bounty hunters just in case. I don't think the rebels have a very favourable matchup into the Jedi though. I think they... yeah. Naboo can convert other masters, rebels can't. They're kinda fucked on that front. We'll trip away at some of these cruisers, keep them down. Try to throw some strike mechs in, but we've got tracking, so they shouldn't make it past us. And even if some did, they get hunted down by the fighters. So they've come to the realization that they're not getting across here. So now this is the tricky part, right? The other side, where my teammate is, who's not that seasoned in the game. He doesn't really have any sort of defensive infrastructure here. Maybe argue RVA should have done this like 20 minutes ago. So troopers come across and they kill everything. They're technically doing him a favour killing these anti-air troopers because they're terrible. But we're going to have to try and defend him. Fortunately, troopers are a bit shit against fighters. So we can maybe pull our fighters away, keep RVA's fighters away from the front, and maybe get some okay trades. Maybe come in, kill the troopers before his air reacts, and keep our boy alive, so they can stabilise and get something going. Because we've got the nice mech infrastructure though, we get these nice heavy strike mechs as well, so they can do a lot of the lifting as well. He's keeping his speeders over here at the front.
Give me an order.
So we want to keep our air in between the 2 points. Don't want to fully commit to one side and then have to rush all the way back. This would be a good window for the speeders to come forward and kill my mechs. Taking a trade with the air. That's what I always want to do. Keep the air count low. These strike mechs are doing great. Chasing down all the troopers, the repeater troopers that have ran into the buddy's economy. Bit of a cute fort drop that's killed my shield. Annoying. But we're not being pushed off of it, so we're okay. Here he comes now. Shield's going back up though. I've lost the shield completely, but got some air here. Hopefully defend these speeders poking in for damage. A little bit tricky to track everything that's happening because they're fighting on 2 fronts now. Try and convert some of these cruisers. Super annoying. Units are being a bit stupid. Got 2 of them. Maybe kill some power cores or something. Try to get this army to come a little bit further forward, and we can throw the Crusaders and the Jedi at it. Strike mechs again, keeping these troopers at bay. Need to protect the trade. Right, here come the Crusaders. Should get on top of them here. This will cause his air to come all the way over. But maybe I have to trade again. Harsh trading in here with my air though, because of the 2 advanced anti-air turrets, and then there's a few air mobiles. And then he tends to have a little bit more than me as well, because he's got speeders. Our air's cleaned up and stabilised the boy, so we might just sack these units. They're quite durable, but I can throw them in and actually get them out half the time, the Crusaders. Extra anti-air turret just to share the load in defending this. As you see some of my airs going about killing off troopers here. That's so annoying. I'd be rage pinging that. Kill it. And these fucking cute cannon drops, man. I still don't think they're worth it. They die really easy. Here as well, we'll get on top of them. It's a bit of a fail. It'd be a cute idea if you pushed at the same time. If you had someone tied up that they can't properly respond to it. He's got plans to do it again. Or he does have infinite resources. Okay. 2 stolen cannons. Try and snipe something. He's on the ball though. Ready to rectify his mistake. They dropped them up here to bully our friend once more.
Where's the trouble?
Like harsh hazing. Welcome to GBG. I drop cannon in your base. Constantly. I kill your exploits. We're not fully confident I'll take the trade yet with the air. Got his air, if we go together. Some Jedi to convert some of the cannons. Lucky started going super heavy. We've got lots of strike mechs now because of what we've dealt with up here, so we're quite well equipped for that. Managed to get a nice arc there. An okay trade. We took most of the hits for the weaker advanced fighters here, but as they weren't taking the hits, they just got to do pure damage, which was really nice. So every time we reset the fighter count, it feels like a big win. I need to pull back though. The speeders. Our air that we've built during that fight though can go and push that. So we're not able to get across and destroy this yet. This is what we really want to do because it properly resets the hell out of them. These poor Crusaders are just there to die. We've got enough air again to fight. Probably got about as much air as he has right now. Nice. He started going cruisers. Tricky for us to deal with. Always great against Jedi because you can't convert them. But pretty slow and immobile. I think I'm really, I do feel like I should be able to push in at the moment. That's what I really want to do, is just get on top. I want to kill these turrets. I want it to be a situation where I could wipe out RVA's air, and then I could have my own air here to stop speeders killing my units. That's how I really want to go about this. It's so difficult. The boy's still in the advanced fighters. Not great. Technically okay right now because he's got cruisers being sent at him, but in terms of GE, no. And those strong anti-air mobiles and assault mechs. I really need to orchestrate a big flank here, but I'm losing some air at the moment. It feels like maybe a bad timing for me. Oh, he's getting a nice trade here though. Like only half of these are fighting? Really horrible, considering he's got shields. That makes this very manageable. Look at the speeders over here, but he never has them with the cruisers. He fears this gets overrun with the speeders. Oh, it's a long game. Destroying my posture casting this. Yeah, and try to keep that cruiser count low. Bloody annoying. Killing my turrets. I need my turrets. Maybe use the cruisers to defend those from the Jedi. Try to push across with the troopers. Gunned down in the streets. My boy's economy is looking... It's looking okay. He's got a lot of traders. So we're trading like mad as well. Shield's gone down. Fortunate. Should be able to just buy a new one though. Maybe not so quickly with these cruisers in position. It's a real threat. 3 anti-air turrets now as well. So honestly, the best way to play with cruisers is you want to crawl towards your opponents with anti-air turrets. It's so difficult to deal with. cruisers really bug out your units. Search and destroy, target and stuff. Like the range of them attacking something they feel they should be defending, they just go mental and fly at 2 screens to go and fight them. So the hilltop fort had a good run. Blown up by the Gungans in the Naboo Civil War. Gone but never forgotten. These are in nice prime converting range now though. If only these were mechs at this point in the game. Troopers are so weak. They're just splitting up, take some extra shots from the cruisers, chip away, an okay trade. Just stall, stall, stall. This is a bold move. No air support. Total massacre. RVA crawling round. See, some of these units have managed to run in with troopers. There's a fear that he walks over to cut off a trading. Bad for a boy particularly, because this is the one he trades to. They do have this nice turret here. Got a few shots. That one's really low. Good thing about this army though, slow to move, stall it for a long time. So if we make a mistake, the window to capitalise on it is quite small for them. So we can get away with murder, maybe. I'm gonna lose this spaceport. You'll need to trade to a different one. These are a lot safer though. A good unit arc just in case he comes across again. Speed up a bit, this game's so long. I'm dancing with these cool troopers again, but they are going to die really quickly to cruisers if they get fired on. I just try to pick apart a spawn, stop him pushing in. Oh, we can see that Lucky's come across. Alright for his units, but we've got our own cruisers now. For pretty much this moment. Get a nice trade. Get a lot of the support unit, like the troopers down and stuff, and then just send in the crusaders. Big trade here with the air. Looks like we're doing okay. We're going to clean all of this up, which is awesome. Get all these cruisers off. It's not that you can't replace them, it's just that he's got to fly across the bloody map again. Go and do that again. So, we've won this battle here. We've won this battle here. He's back on the assault mechs. Might convert those. They don't do too well against the Crusaders either. Not a huge counter troopers, so it's a bit of mayhem here on his sort of spawning point. The rally point of his units, and oh my god, he's building the good things. I'm not sure whether they appeared, but these are what you want to see. A late game from the GE. Big Daddy, hats. Oh, they're majestic, look at them. Imagine seeing that out in the wild. Beautiful creatures. We're feeling okay. We miss our fort, but still got the hill. Hill is still strong. These units are being a bit annoying, rallying to their deaths. Happens. Surge forward again and try and convert some stuff. Maybe just run past. Get into the eco. I really want the turrets, you see. This is all I've ever wanted, is these bloody turrets. Getting this one am I? No. I think it was just like half a second away. Sad, sad times. Like slow beluga whales, the rebel air cruiser. Whether these AT-ATs have ever seen these out in the wild, I'm not sure, but you know now the damage and the threat that they cause them. Yeah, we're maybe going to snipe one or two. I just want to kill a couple and then pull back. Harsh. Trooper no good. Bad unit. I've told them about the AA mobiles. I've granted them that knowledge. And with that knowledge I hope he will do wonderful things. Troopers are trash. I can get behind that. Ah, we found the hollow. We just became rich as fuck. 3 hollows? It's like exponentially better than 2 hollows, right? 2 hollows are nice, but 3 hollows? Now we're talking. Nice wee trade. Helping out the Galactic Empire Air Force once again. Resetting that air cruiser count. Feels good, man. What's the definition of insanity, Luckyashman? Throwing units at us again. I don't want to push into him though, we're just... I feel like we're not looking at this point. I don't think I would ever rationalise this one. See, my population's dropped a bit as well. I've been taking some harsh trades. I'm gonna smell blood here on the air. So I'm going hard with the micro here in the air, try to get some great trades. I really want to kill all of this. I want it all dead. Done with. Time to stop. Stop building cruisers, please. After that trade, he's gotten bold. He's coming across. But we've got our cruisers here. And the great thing. There isn't anything to stop them right now. Isn't that wonderful? They'll be given carte blanche to do what they want. And what they want to do is kill Luckyashman's forces. Oh, the farms. I hate pressing that button on the food processor. Honestly, I hate doing it. Too lazy. I think I'd rather build them manually out of spite half the time. But sow your farms yourself. Don't let another man sow your farm. Manually click them. Whoa! That wasn't me. I mean, it was me, but it wasn't me there. Good timing. So the Galactic Empire trooper squadrons are still facing great abuse, as is the air squadron. The mech squadron is still in R&D development. A few prototypes have made it out, but never mass-produced in bulk. Oh, I've pushed again. So off the back of the air cruiser bullying, got some units across and try to spawn camp, but you know, the window that there was never air is a short one. when you're playing against RVA. The air has come and it has shut this down. Once again, we retreat back to the mighty hill. And the turret's gone down. Oh. Really had a light bulb moment with these units. Oh, these are actually pretty cool. I'm going to make a lot of them. Buying a bit more coffee. Such a long, long game. So, shield, turret, power core, taking this area, nice stage and ground for his air cruiser pushing. Try getting to build the right units for this because it is getting tricky to defend both sides on my own. What building anti-air bales are in? Heavy weapon. Ashman's building a great army. Great Gungan army. He's prepping to go across. It's a dangerous moment, this. We could have two hostile armies on our side of the map. And that's never something I ever wanted to happen, ever. Sure as shit, I'm going to try and not allow that to happen. Nice trade here, maybe. We've got a lot of air. Got a little bit more than he does, so I feel we could take a big, nice trade and win and kill the stuff. Not even going to let him across. I'm taking him on right here with the corkscrew effect. Good arc. Great meat shield. And as he retreats, I'm going to try and shoot him with the air cruisers. Oh, there's that chaos here at this point. And then we'll pull back. Delayed and postponed. You can invade again in 2022. But RVA's great air force is still going. Extra shields. Could use more turrets with it. Oh, killing the carbon. Harsh. That's BM at this point in the game. 2 hours in a game and you're killing trees. Oh, yeah. Substitution. Still. It's a great blow to our economies. 2,000 carbon. We're going to try and split up the Jedis here. That's the big plan. I know they can shoot them with the air cruisers, but he'll have to kill his own buildings to do that. So he shot there and he killed 2, but he has to delete some of these things. And he doesn't want me getting the turrets, that's for damn sure. Kill it. We've gotten rid of the turrets there. There's just this one, and it's fucking go time apparently. Go, go, go. Stop shooting the turret, you dicks! Go, go, go! Nice trade. Going well. Fuck you, this is our side of the map. He's at it again! Once again, we experience the corkscrew effect. Pushing back across. To get this turret up though, very annoying. So there's some troopers to stabilise us and change the Leave the goalposts and what kind of fights have been held here, but for once in his life, 14-15 will be ahead on the unit compositions. The Bounty Hunters and Troopers versus the Majestic AT-AT. Focus shifted over to this side once more. Try to get this army across and kill me here. I've told him to push. I recognise that what he has is going to be great. It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be huge. Work wonders. And I believe in him. And I'm there. Even with my air. I've brought my air and I left my bloody air cruisers undefended. So I believe in 14-15. Just really wish he would shoot that bloody turret for me. Come on. Do it. Shoot the turret, man. Yeah, bro. Everything RVA's been working towards here. It's going to get shut down. Back to the drawing board. He's pushing in again with his units, but we've still got these air cruisers. Guaranteed by those turrets. His air needs to be back here, protect his cruisers. He needs his cruisers to defend the ground push. Just looking for wins on this side. Taking a trade with the air, keeping the count lower. Putting the pressure on. Less air he has, the less boisterous he can be with his air cruisers. Killing a couple of them. Oh, nice. Great trading empire. This one. How many kills does this man have? Thousands. Look at him. Too big to care. Told him to spread his units out, get the range upgrades for his mobiles, get some turrets with his units, and just slow push. We shouldn't lose. Don't think they do much damage to these, do they? Ah, they're pretty fucking crap against cruisers. Nice that they can fire, but it's just... Get another fight. Just want them low, because I want him to get some development here. Really have some threat. I want RVA to feel like he can't be here in entirety, because he fears what's here pushing across. I think everyone's just having a bit of an existential crisis at the moment, realising that this has been going on for 2 hours and 15 of game time. There's a bit of a no man's land still. Thinking about our next moves. The Luckyashman didn't have to spend long to know that he wanted to once again walk across the shallows. This time, bringing the shields with him. Introducing his new patented Famba shield generators. Escorting his troops as they ferry across the shallows into certain doom. Wonderful shield generator. I'm building him turrets because he's not done it himself. Doing what I can. I want this man to flourish. Oh, he's managed to get right across here. I've converted the shield generator though. It's one flaw. Got the air here. RVA's trying to come over as well. Like a big war. Everyone wants to get involved and influence the outcome. Except my teammate. Such nice stacking of the units here. The cruisers are getting some decent shots. Crusaders are still going strong. The MDs are clipping away at the little bits of health left over from the mech destroyers. The army's been reset as such. Air's been pulled out of position. We need our boy to push now. Because he's come across, if he can just get across here and get on top of him, it'd be great. He's a bit of indecision. He's got loads of air, because he knows he can keep his air safe from me. He knows he can keep it safe from him, but he's in a crap position. He doesn't want him to get across. He needs to just run across. Because even if he goes for it with cruisers, I'll fight him in the air. I'll trade it. And then it might be enough for his automobiles. The problem is these are all stacked up, so he's going to get some good shots potentially. You can see I'm going right for him here because I'm trying to stop him shooting at these. But unfortunately it does hit them. We're taking what trade we can. We've got some turrets up here to sort of help. Probably going to lose all of this in a bit when these can fire again. At the same time we're throwing units again at Lucky. Population's gone right down there. A big bank of res though, can sell stuff for Nova. Again, although RVA is probably ahead in this unit count just now, it's such a slow push. Gives us time to recoup. Lucky's really lost momentum here. He's not reinforcing at the same rate he used to. See if throwing some strike mechs in here killed off quite a lot of traders. We've got these shields now. It's nice for these automobiles to, because it can take like an extra 1 or 2 shots. Getting all the carbon across here. What's left here? It's got a huge reduction of assault mechs now though. And look at all those traders. Bit of a waste of time for Luckyashman to come over here. Pushing across. I don't think we're watching. He's getting away with this. These will be on no attack ground either, because I might know that we're getting shot at now, like, but oof, this is bad from me. Sneaking across, and I'm microwing all this and building turrets and. Now, is this a good idea? I'm gonna come across and maybe kill some traitors, but I could kill this army really quickly. Crusaders. These nice collection of turrets, big threat. He's went over here to try and kill traders and stuff, but these guys will make short work of this army. I just micro into the bounty hunters. I think it would have been more beneficial to take this from me and set up here. Have a staging post. shoot one, run away. Losing loads of turrets though. I mean, this is stressful to micro from his end, because the turrets are very punishing. So try to put them a little bit wider as well, get some arc shots. Make it more difficult to maneuver. Cruisers, that's an annoying one. I don't think they take too much damage from any of these units, so. It's like our boy's only playing front line, he's just building assault mechs. He's so rich with all his traders. Another heavy MD army, which is going to get absolutely battered by the Masters and Crusaders here. Ah! The Jedi have arrived, so we've converted some spaceports and we're running across, and we've shut down the trade at the moment. Super annoying. Felt like the right time with everything being so volatile on each side. And because there's little units here from, or at least little anti-Jedi from Luckyashman, I can actually run through, just run past this forward, get in and be disruptive. They're not really set up to deal with Jedi at like other parts of the base. There's not much bounty hunters running around. And he relies on cruisers to kill them, and his bounty hunters keep dying over here. So I managed to get a turret here, which is super annoying. You can see it's really taken from the attention span. He's pulling back. It's letting us get a bit more units out, sort of recover, because we've lost everything. After those cruisers arrive, we've sort of lost everything that we've built up here. All the turrets and shields. But Luckyashman's struggling at the moment. He's not managed his economy too well. A lot of dead farms everywhere. Sort of burned out like a candle. Of the same tenacity and staying power for such a long game. Managing his eco. So the trade is off. That is absolutely true. Been idle for quite a while. And we're pushing across now. My air's all the way over here though, so there's a Llama. The mechs. You know, I've effectively got a huge array of resources, whereas Luckyashman with his mismanagement won't. So now that I've reset all of his units here, I should slowly just win. And then if we can just wipe this army, we'll win the game. We're trading, we killed all the fighters. I want some of the cruisers, if you can just get across. GG. His air's over here to try to stop me pushing on this side. It's causing him to like lose his army here. Yes, shoot the turret please. Build more air. Still not trading. There are new spaceports up now. Everyone's sort of rebuilding a little bit. Our boy's wanting to push across though. Busy bustling trading society. Nova's back on the menu for these guys. But we've gotten across with some units here, taking our trades, try to kill fighters as I can, kill speeders particularly. Lower the count as well, these I can get in and just snipe a cruiser or two. It's never enough to one-shot mobiles anymore. He's maybe lost a fort there as well. Now that this is barren, I feel I can maybe run these in. Get on top of the eco, kill traders. Want rid of that turret still.
Point me in the right direction.
I think I want to run the strikes out until I've killed the stuff at the forward that I hate, and then I'll go and raid with them. There's a lot of air here. Got this turret now though. Nice. Try to run them away from the fire of the speeders and the fighters. A shield as well. Hope the turret kills everything. Getting my own air now. Boys made it across. Get a shield up. Reinforcing as we can. Really smell blood at this point. We've made it across here. Much better ecos. Better tech. Fort's doing well, we're just going to run away from it. RVA sort of preparing his last stand with all his air. It's a lot of AA mobiles though from 14-15. But that is a lot of rebel air. They did trade okay. Reinforcements arriving, sending what we can. Absolute chaos on this side of the map though. We've got strikes everywhere, killing cargoes, killing workers. I'm okay with this. This has become attrition for them. Chipping away at their ability to replicate these units. Keep doing this. Losing so many cargoes here. Let's build a gate. Good for him. Gonna start rallying units on this side now. Cleaned up the strikes there. All the odd converted turret here and there. The 14-15 still pushing across. Got more air to send, Jedis to come across. There's no cruisers to stop them anymore. The Jedi are going to go for the turrets. Push him away in a corner. Chaos. Doesn't feel like there's much options anymore. Like losing the positioning and losing the cruisers too much. Or Crusaders coming in, they're going to take ages to die to here as well. He just got what he has now. Can't really rebuild it. If he loses it, he loses it, that's it. Too much to kill. Luckyashman doesn't really have anything anymore. Got some troopers in a fort. No more trade at all. It's the jugular. Build a fort. Have more presence. Make sure you can't lose. And probably get the last trade now. Flying the air in. Crusaders are tanking some shots here and there. And that should be it. A very, very long game. 3 hours of game time. Taking me an hour and 10 minutes to go through it. It's quite a fun one though. Did enjoy playing it. I know everyone's not the same skill level, but we've got to showcase our own individual elements. Particularly me and RVA at different points in the game. Where I did the brunt of the lifting, and then he did the brunt of the lifting for his teammate. And
What is your command?
that was a nice, fun one. Look at the score screen. So many units killed. Any Novas gathered for voting thrifting was crazy trade profit. What a hollow Nova. There's the 3 hollows and then the boo at work. So good. I buy 225 workers. Jesus. Anyway, I'm practically falling asleep after that, so as always, like, comment and subscribe. Let me know what you liked about the video, what you would like to see from the channel, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Out.